Excuse me, who the hell are you?
Elena Maurice.
And who the hell wants to know?
You like what you see?
Do I need to call security over here?
Stop being a punk.
What's going on, beautiful people? I am Wesley from ACONNECTIONTV.com and ACONNECTIONTV here on YouTube, the two places on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And I am here to talk to you about the MTV Video Music Awards. So I am going to give a quick little recap of my faves and my not so faves of last night's show. So let's start with the highlights. Highlights number one, Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion performed on the pre-show and she did a phenomenal job. I can't wait for her to get past this, oh, I'm a new artist so I can only perform in the pre-show and actually do the show, because I think Megan Thee Stallion is there. She's had a phenomenal year and she actually was able to walk away with a Moon Man. So congratulations to Megan Thee Stallion. I also love the fact that she introduced Lizzo, and when she came out, she got the crowd hype and her energy was perfect and her outfits were on par too. Highlight number two, I actually have to put her in this. I will say Taylor Swift did a great job last night. I loved her opening performance. I got to see the homie, Todrick Hall. He did a phenomenal job. And it's always nice when you get an artist to support a movement. A movement that is important, one that is cloaked in diversity and acceptance. And the fact that it's coming from Taylor Swift is even more amazing. We need more artists out here to definitely broaden the awareness of how important it is for people to be accepted for being who they are. And I can definitely add another artist to that category, but before I mention her, I just want to again shout out to Taylor Swift. She won a couple of awards last night, and I did not know that Todrick Hall was like the co-executive producer of the music video. So congratulations to Todrick. He had his moment. I really wish that Taylor Swift would have allowed him to perform Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels. Yes, I think if Taylor Swift would have allowed that, that would have made the night even more spectacular. Like, it could have been like a medley of first her song, then Nails, Hair, Hip, Heels, and then her song, her last ballad that she did on the guitar. I think that would have been phenomenal. But she gave Todrick the floor for the first award, and he was able to say his piece. So definitely appreciate Taylor Swift for that. Highlight number three for me was Lizzo's performance. Lizzo, I never was like, well, I'm not gonna say never, but I just didn't get her. Initially, I didn't understand what her message was, and I didn't know if she was just like a caricature or like some new fad or whatever the case may be. But as I started to see her interviews and I started to see her performances and I started to see her style and really understood what her message was about, I honestly can say that she is definitely one of the best artists that we actually need in this era, in this generation. Lizzo killed her performance. And then at the end, when she started preaching, is when I was like, okay, this girl is it. She has the total complete package. She can dance, she can sing, she's beautiful, she's real, you can relate to her. She had curvy girls on the stage with natural, well, not naturals because they snatched the wigs off, but with afros, just representing. And that preach sermon at the end really nailed it for me. I love Lizzo. I think Lizzo is amazing, and I'm definitely going to buy her album based off of last night's performance. Highlight number four, and this is not in any particular order, so don't kill me for this. Highlight number four, I have to say, was the Missy performance. I think Missy's performance was the best of the night.
Everybody I know is talking about how much of a genius and how brilliant you are, and it's all true. It really is, and how much you've accomplished and how iconic you are. It's all true. But I want to talk about how beautiful your soul is, the person that you are.
I love her new single, Throw It Back, and I love her video, Throw It Back. But this performance was just unbelievable. She's definitely deserving of the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award. First of all, let's give praise to MTV in this remarkable stage. The 3D special effects, we had the UFO over us, and then men were like flying and zooming into the UFO. She brought a farm on stage. She brought us back to the big old black plastic bag. I can't stand the rain. It was just, her performance was the best of the night. Top 10, hands down. Off the chain. She was dancing, everybody was dancing, and she brought out Allison Stoner. You know, the little old white girl that was dancing her butt off in all her videos back in the day. She's grown up and she looks beautiful, and she was still killing it and still is killing it. I thought that was awesome. I was really caught off guard when Cardi B had presented the award to her. I was like, I don't understand this. But then, you know, she mentioned that they were both on Atlantic, and I didn't realize that they were both on the same record label. I was kind of confused as to why Cardi B was giving her the award. I could have thought of anybody else that could have given her the award. Not that Cardi B can't be a fan of Missy Elliott, not that she can't, but it was just awkward to see that. But I thought Cardi B did a great job with her intro speech. Cardi B looked good too. Highlight number 5, Normani. Normani is taking us by storm. I'm loving the fact that she is finally getting out there. You know, Camila Cabello has been the only one from Fifth Harmony to definitely make a noise for her solo career, but Normani is coming through, and I'm appreciative of everyone showing her the support that she so much deserves. She is a triple threat singer, beautiful, dancing her butt off, athletic. It was just off the chain. I didn't like the fact that MTV was screwing with her audio. I was like, oh my God, is she gonna be able to keep up with it? Because it was like a couple skips in between, but she was doing it. You know, I'm not a fan of people lip syncing, but you know, it is what it is. She needed to, because she was doing all that crazy stuff. So I can respect the performance level, you know, not harping on the lip syncing, but I hate lip syncing. But I am super thrilled that she won for her video Waves for R&B category with Feature in Black. I love that video. That video is so creative, and I'm just happy that Normani is doing her thing. She had problems trying to do and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, come on girl, you can do it, you can do it, because I saw her microphone pack was falling off because she was doing all those flips, and I'm like, come on, one of the dancers, just put the pack back in there, put it back, and then the dude was having a hard time ripping off the costume. I'm glad that the camera was over her instead of just looking straight ahead, but she got it ripped off. She was like, okay, let's just take this thing off. So I really, really am happy for Normani. She is so beautiful, and her personality just seems so, it like resonates through the screen as she's just like a real authentic person. And she's so humble, and I love Normani, and her motivation video is off the chain. So shout out to Normani. There were so many highlights. This award show was actually pretty good. Miley Cyrus, don't know what the hell that song was that she sung, but it was breathtaking. Her voice was on point. She sung live. She looked gorgeous. I love the rained out hair, and I love the black and white silhouette, but when it came into color and the ground was blue and the dress was, it was just, Miley Cyrus nailed that performance. And it was great again to hear someone singing live. I don't like the fact that they had her going before Motivation, and I wasn't really a fan of her performance. I thought she did okay. I couldn't understand why they had that transition between her and Normani. Another highlight for me yesterday was Lil Nas X. I was wondering what award he was going to win, and he won a couple of awards, but I think it was Best Direction. It wasn't televised, so he won for Song of the Year, which is like, clearly the dude was on top #1 for like umpteen weeks, beating Mariah Carey. There was no way that he would not win Song of the Year. So I was very happy that he won that, but he did not perform Old Town Road, which I don't really care because I'm not really a fanatic over Old Town Road like everyone else is. Panini is interesting, but I loved his performance in the fact that he was actually performing and he was giving his own choreography. It was very interesting. It wasn't the regular choreography. People were slamming him for lip syncing, and I never really understood why a rapper would lip sync, but his rap for Panini definitely has some melodic undertones that you definitely have to hold a note to sometimes. And his choreography was a lot, so I can understand why he was lip syncing, but I just hate lip syncing. I hate it. It's like, whenever I see a performance, I want to see a live performance. I don't want the studio version, and I don't want you to re-record a live studio version just to perform it live. No, I want to hear it live. That's rappers, that's singers, that's anyone that's on stage. I'm coming to a live performance to hear it live. That's just my personal opinion. Don't know what you guys think. There are a lot of highlights for the show. I didn't really watch the last performance with all the OGs coming on stage. I know people are making fun of the eyeball dude, eyeball Koji. I don't know what his name is, but I didn't get to see that performance because, of course, if you have DVR, it stops when it's televised, supposed to stop, and of course it was a live show, so it ran over. But looking at the performances, I thought Queen Latifah did cool. Shout out to the OGs for performing. Let's talk about the negatives of MTV. I don't know who in the world hired this host to be the host, but he was horrible. And that's all I'm gonna say. His jokes are very stale. I didn't laugh at any of them. He did not have the energy. It was just really, really corny. Really, really corny. The zucchini joke, the cell phone joke, all of that was very whack. He was the worst part of the MTV Music Awards. And honestly, I think that was about it. Everything else for the MTV Music Awards was actually dope. I liked Camila Cabello's and Shawn Mendes's performance, even though a lot of people are going off on them for their racist comments or whatever have you. Shawn Mendes loves to use the N-word. Didn't really know that, but I didn't even know if they were in a real relationship or not. But if they are, you can definitely sense the chemistry. And if they aren't, great acting. I thought the performance was great. I like Camila. I love her voice. And I thought as the underdog in the Fifth Harmony group, that she definitely came out and blasted and took the music industry by storm as a solo artist. So I was definitely appreciative and love the fact that she's able to do that because I like Camila. Cardi B won an award. Shout out to her. Rosalia. I didn't know who Rosalia was until the MTV Music Awards. Her voice is amazing. She gave me kind of like an Ariana Grande vibe, but with the Latin flavor. I loved Rosalia's performance. I thought she was great. The fact that she incorporated dancing into it with the thick-ass platform shoes, I thought that was dope. Let me know what you guys thought of the MTV Video Music Awards. I thought it was a good show. And again, hands down, the best visual production of an award show I've seen in a long time. With the 3D lettering and everything, I thought it was off the chain. Is it me or what's the boy name? Bobby Lights? Bobby Lights got shaded. Oh my God, he was drunk as hell during the performance. He really was. With the butt out, I was just like, what is going on? But it seemed like he had got shaded by Lil Nas X. He was all up in Lil Nas X's face, like ranting and raving and looking drunk and like a drunk fool. And was going up to hug somebody, and it looked like he was going up to whatever, to Bobby Light, or Bobby Light was trying to get his attention, and Lil Nas X swerved him. I don't know if I was the only one that saw that or took it like that, but Bobby Light was just doing way too much, and he was always in somebody's camera trying to get his life. It was unnecessary. The Hadid sisters were dope. Taylor Swift and her awkward dancing was cool. Yeah, it was a great show. I loved the show, thought it was awesome. Shout out to everybody that performed. Shout out to the winners and the losers. Leave your comments below and let me know what you thought of the Video Music Awards. Thank you guys for watching. Deuces.